Welcome back to the channel, which is absolutely fine. So, episode this new episode of This Is Us, we kind of saw in the last episode that in the last promo that what this episode is going to be all about, and it is about the funeral of Jack's mom. So even if like पिछले episode में हमने Jack के mom से related इतने ज़्यादा like बहुत ज़्यादा harsh treatment जो देखी थी उसके dad के point of view से, like she was not being treated well by her dad, and he kind of just rescues her and sends her away to Ohio so that she could kind of live her own different life. But like before I start doing the actual breakdown, I just thought of doing a kind of a like I just wanted to give you big alert that if you have still not seen the episode, I've just finished watching it and I forgot making it in the morning because I was kind of thinking of delaying it, because purposely at the back of my mind I kind of knew that it is going to be super emotional, and I have literally like cried my eyes out. So if there is any situation like this, you can save episode like this where if you just want to cry it out, and if you just want to express, or if you're kind of having a bad day, every season में एक ऐसा तो एपिसोड होता है जो बहुत ज़्यादा इमोशनल होता है. इस एपिसोड में we didn't get to see Kate, Randall or even Kevin, but Jack, and the way he is being portrayed himself in the way, and I'm in love with Milo, and the way he has acted in an entire episode is entirely hats off to him and his acting skills. And it will definitely make you cry, because it is obviously all about him thinking about his mom and his relationship with him, and her his relationship with her, and कोई भी लाइक इंसान के लिए उसकी माँ कितनी इंपॉर्टेंट होती है, एंड यू आर गोइंग टू नो व्हाट यू आर इन फॉर इन दिस एपिसोड, एंड इट एग्जैक्टली डज दैट फॉर यू. सो अगर आपको ऐसा कोई भी दिन होगा जहाँ पे आपका दिन अच्छा नहीं जा रहा होगा, यू जस्ट वांट टू क्राई योर आइज आउट, यू कैन जस्ट सेव दिस एपिसोड, बिकॉज it will definitely make you cry. So now let's start with the proper breakdown of the entire episode. और अच्छा, तो एपिसोड के जो स्टार्ट होने के पहले हमें खाली देखने मिलता है दे वर काइंड ऑफ हैविंग बोथ यंग जैक एंड यंग निकी, एंड द वे दैट दे काइंड ऑफ गेट मेल्स, एंड वी कैन सी द इंजरी ऑन हर हेड, ऑन हर आई के नीचे, जहाँ पे उसके डैड ने उसे बहुत ज़्यादा हिट किया था पहले एपिसोड्स में, एंड ही इज़ रियली अ cruel man. And at the same time we kind of get to see a flashback between how they were kind of meeting each other in their young times, like Mandy as well as Milo. एंड वहाँ पे एक बहुत अच्छी कहानी, लाइक पिछली कहानी लोग दिखाते हैं कि दिस वाज द एंड ऑफ द डे वेयर ही काइंड ऑफ जस्ट रेस्क्यूज हर, एंड वो एक दूसरे को एक प्रॉमिस करते हैं कि संडे को 2 बजे, ऑलवेज एवरी संडे 2 बजे दे विल काइंड ऑफ गिव ईच अदर अ कॉल. एंड उसके पहले जो हमने देखा था कि जस्ट गेट्स अ कॉल लाइक ही हर like she has kind of passed away, and we get to keep seeing glimpses of the young Jack when he was kind of a kid, where he used to go for ice skating, or and he used to fall a lot of times, and now we see him going to his place, and before going he just kind of has this thing with Rebecca where he's really not sure about the kind of memories which he has with his mom, but at the same time उसको बहुत ज़्यादा emotional भी है, but he's kind of upset that he didn't get that much time with his mom, like for 13 years he didn't visit her, which is kind of really big time. And now we begin with this episode. I just love the way they kind of bring, and to be really honest about this show, इसका जो background music है, it is super amazing. Even sometimes by hearing the opening or the background music, it kind of makes you emotional, or sometimes makes you feel like crying. And now they just kind of have a discussion कि उसे जाना चाहिए, like Rebecca just keeps, and Siddharth Khosla, he is the super magician behind the super music. So OP सिद्धार्थ खोसला एंड नाउ ही काइंड ऑफ जस्ट डिसाइड्स कि उसको अकेले को जाना चाहिए लाइक या फिर उसे तीनों बच्चों को और रेबिका को भी उसकी मॉम की फ्यूनरल को लेके जाना चाहिए बट ही काइंड ऑफ जस्ट थिंक्स दैट इट इज काइंड ऑफ अ लॉन्ग राइड एंड लाइक सैंड लाइक स्नो स्टॉर्म भी होता है so he just decided that he should go alone and he just reaches Ohio and this is the amazing part like when he's driving alone but at the same time we get to see a flashback of him and his mom when they were sort of traveling and she was just kind of making memories about things and talking about things which kind of happened in the past and he finally reaches the place where he meets his aunt who was living with his mom for these many years and he just doesn't know a lot of things about what his mom was doing for so many years and यहाँ पे like literally could make you more and more emotional the way that it is kind of placed like उसकी mom की जो things थी she kind of used to weave sweaters जो हर एक grandma अपने grandchildren के लिए करती है and हमने पहले देखा था कि like like Randall and Kevin were kind of complaining, or even Kate was kind of complaining about them. So it just makes you even more kind of sad. And फिर वो उसे देखता है कि जो एक बुक है वो भी एक उसकी शायद से पढ़ रही थी and उसके बीच में ही like she kind of died and then she sees that just beside her bed there is this kind of frame जहाँ पे Jack and Rebecca है and all the three babies so it just makes him even more emotional. So but then we again go back to the flashback scene जहाँ पे they were kind of having like जो promissory एक दूसरे को की थी like they'll be making calls every Sunday that scene we get to see amongst them so, like she's just kind of worried about the way she left his father and but it was all in all for the greater good and then we get to see just in her closet the things that she has and then we get to know that she also had a cute pet cat whose name is also apparently Cat and then she just is trying to make a kind of a list of people who she's going to call for the funeral and तभी जाकर उसको पूछता है कि is she going to call his dad as well and she clearly says no and then we get to see this guy who is kind of her boyfriend like Jackie mom ki boyfriend like in her life for these 13 years who Jack didn't even know about and that cat now kind of lives with him and he just definitely gets emotional because he doesn't even know these pictures and then he kind of just discusses about how he kind of met his mom and like they were just going in the bar going in a cafe sort of place where both of their tables were kind of good so उसकी जो mom है वो morning में आके coffee पीती थी at the same table and ये जो बंदे हैं like he used to have that coffee in the evening so there they kind of met and since then we again keep glimpsing back to that flashback scene जहाँ पे Jack was not able to do that skating properly and he just kind of fell off a lot of times and the eulogy is something which he is not ready to make because he's not good at expressing things that well. We've also seen him in the past where he's not able to express clearly what he thinks about even Rebecca and he just gives her a call and you just get to see a flashback scene जहाँ पे उसके जो 2 बजे वाला कॉल होता है हर संडे का they are just kind of trying to have a conversation but obviously he's having 3 triplets so he just tried to manage both of them but even before he hangs up like even before he hangs up she was going to say I love you but before you कहने के पहले he kind of disconnects so that was a little bit sad and on top of that he just finds that bar he visits that coffee he has coffee at that place and then we just get to see him drinking with and at the same time again this amazing scene like जिस तरीके से इस specific scene में वो camera angle and the blending of scenes जो है like the way camera moves like all these other people are in her life for the rest of like for the last 13 years and at the same time we kind of see the blending जहाँ पे same जगह पे now Jack is kind of sitting so that was a kind of a nostalgic place and then he just makes a call to his dad which was the super big mistake which kind of did but he did that mistake out of spite out of anger out of everything that kept him and his mom apart because like उसको mom को हमेशा ये डर था कि अगर like I even had a thought that at the beginning, that why was she away from him? She could just have stayed with him and Rebecca and the kids. But then we just kind of think, yeah, because she doesn't want his dad to know that she is in the same town as his, so that is the reason she's not coming back. And that kind of he just kind of becomes very furious about that, and he just tells her, I don't want to even see you at this funeral, but I definitely wanted to tell you this. And he just kind of blasts out on him. But इस particular scene में we just get to see more of Milo and his super amazing acting. And then जब भी उसकी like वो कपड़े के जो wardrobe पास से निकालता होता है, कुछ नीचे गिर जाता है, और जब 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 वो नीचे देखने जाता है, then we get to see this Kevin, Kate and like Randall का एक जो box जो उसकी mom ने बनाया था, which even will make you more emotional and will make you cry. And उसके अंदर से जो हमें देखने मिलता है, these are these skating boots जो उसकी like mom उसे हमेशा बताती थी, like there is a kind of a lake in Ohio where which kind of gets frozen, and he should bring all the kids along with him so that they could kind of skate together. But obviously at that time his kids were really small. And then again we go to a flashback scene जब भी उसकी mom actually उसके घर पे आई थी, and she just kind of kept like worried, like she was always being worried that his dad might know that they both are kind of in the same place. But he just kind of makes him her more warmed, like by thinking of good thoughts. And जब वहाँ पे उसको बताती कि उसकी जो बचपन में एक favorite dish थी, like kind of having hot dogs with the tomato ketchup soup, and he never remembers that, or he pretends that he doesn't never remember that. But then he just gives a call to Rebecca, and Rebecca being Rebecca, she's the best consoler that anyone could get. And this is again the best part and about Mandy Moore, like the way she transitions into being that mom to the elder Kevin, elder Kate, and elder Rand, and suddenly she becomes this younger version. She has superbly amazingly done this role specifically, and I could not even imagine anybody else playing Rebecca and Jack other than Mandy and Milo. They are kind of meant for each other. These roles were kind of written for them. It is kind of their destiny, and she has amazingly played both the characters. Like from being that older version of Rebecca, trying to forget things and trying to remember things, or being this mom to these cute three kids. She kind of just consoles her and just tells her, and then we finally reach at this day, which will definitely this specific point would definitely make you a lot of emotional, because he kind of just keeps thinking about how things were with his mom. And it will not bring you that much good emotion, because it will just make you even more sad about it. And the way things go further ahead, the final time comes where he is about to give his speech, because he has given his dad a call. His aunt kind of gets mad at him, but at the same time is not sure whether he's going to even be there or not. But she just kept saying that hope he does not come. And then we get to see her dead body. That will even trigger your emotions, because you're already in the entire episode now trying to think about how she could have died, and how Jack was not able to meet her mom because of his father. And then we just get to see his aunt making this poem, because उसकी mom ने उसे वो पहले बता दिया था कि she's kind of very good at making poems and she should keep writing them. And she kind of just makes a very cute poem. And then we get to see Jack getting even more emotional, and he just calls him to give his eulogy. And before he starts with his eulogy, he's just not written anything basically. He's just speaking his thoughts out, but he goes completely blank after a particular time. And we could clearly see Milo getting emotional, trying to bring like trying to channel his inner Jack inside him. And he does that in an amazing way. And at the same time जो हमें देखने मिलता है कि like Rebecca is there with all the kids, which was super emotional, because she kind of is always been there when he kind of needed her the most. And they just kind of sit there, and then Jack kind of starts to speak even more emotionally, and he just kind of tells them that just just like the day after which both of their lives changed is kind of the day when he kind of took his mom away from his father, and उस particular दिन के बाद he kind of has this emotional thing, and he just says that like that day kind of gave people two lives, like Jack को उस दिन रेबेका एंड उसके 3 kids एंड उसकी अभी एक जो न्यू फैमिली है वो काइंड ऑफ मिली, एंड जो उसकी मॉम है उसको उसकी आंट एंड his her boyfriend and her other friend, they kind of she kind of got this another. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit more emotional because this episode itself has kind of made that kind of impact, I could say, because for anybody talking or even watching any son giving or any thoughts about his dead mom is like the most saddest thing I could ever think about. And then further we go ahead with the episode, he just kind of tells her and thanks her, and जो उनका हर एक सेंटेंस होता था उनके हर एक संडे के कॉल के पहले की, लाइक उसकी मॉम उसे हमेशा बताती थी लाइक आई डोंट वांट टू कीप यू अप or probably keep you busy on the call just because it is a formality that you should keep doing, and he just says that same last line which will definitely make you even more cry. And then he just kind of goes and sits beside Rebecca, and then we get to see in they are kind of back. This was not technically needed that much, but they were kind of trying to put it up because they were definitely sure that all the viewers would be crying their eyes out until this point. So they kind of wanted to make the thing a little bit smoother, but that the scene definitely was not needed at all. And then Jack kind of just sees at this thing where his mom has kind of made these skating shoes for all the 3 kids, and then they just go to that frozen lake and they just do ice skating, and finally he makes that recipe which his mom used to do, like just like some like baked or some cooked hot dogs with sliced hot dogs along with the ketchup sauce, and he gives that same thing to his kids. And like all in all it was super amazing because उसकी मॉम उसे वो पहले बताती थी कि even if he doesn't remember that because he was just a kid, because मुझे भी बहुत सारी चीज़ याद थी अपने हमें भी बहुत सारी चीज़ याद नहीं रहती, हम बहुत छोटे होते हैं, but she just tells him that that was one of her best memory, so just think about it, and he just kind of recreates that with his own kids, which was super super cute as well as super emotional at the same time. And all of them have that meal, and then he just kind of gets even more emotional about that, and he just kind of goes away and thinks more about his mom, and we are about to see him break down because the line that he says that I no more have a mom anymore, uh, it could probably break you and it would probably make you even more cry. So after that point, Mandy be Mandy, and the way Rebecca is always being there for her, she just kind of consoles her. And this has definitely been one of the best parts of this entire series. Like apart from seeing Jack dying, this could be a kind of connection which I definitely felt about Milo, that the way he has just taken us to altogether a different level, and they just go back, and that is the end of the entire episode. Alright, so that is it for the breakdown of the entire episode. I don't know, I'm really getting a lot emotional because it was all about Jack Tuck talking about his dead mom, and it is just altogetherly a different level that Milo has taken his acting to, and it was one of the most emotional episode I think throughout the entire 6 seasons. Probably, I'm not sure if you have thought it a lot of emotional or not, but for anybody in this entire world, like seeing any content about anybody's mom getting like not there anymore in this world, and try to make that kind of eulogy for her, uh, I don't think there could be anything more sad than that. So how I don't even know how much. It's around more than 20 to 30 minutes, that 20 to 25, 20 minutes that I've been speaking. But I just wanted to delay this episode, like to post this, even to make this uh, reaction breakdown and review kind of thing. But I had to keep going because I'm going to do this because it is the final episode, and and there have been some news about this getting remade in India, but I really don't want that to happen because the way and the originality could be maintained. Nothing could beat that. Nothing could beat Milo. Nothing could beat Mandy. Nothing could beat Justin. Nobody could beat even Chrissy or even Sterling K. Brown. And I really think that original should be kept as original because Hindi में अगर ये लोग कर देंगे, I had like some rumors or some thing that Vidya Balan would be playing Rebecca, and I don't know. And even there were other characters like I think Amir was playing Jack. I really don't want to say anything, but I really don't want them to spoil anything which is as genuine as this. If they are making a kind of a remake, they should definitely not replicate the way they replicated Office if it is on Hotstar. It is literally a screen-to-screen adaptation. Even that's what she said. That's what she said is the kind of the thing which is Michael's thing. They have even translated that line. So whenever remakes are made, I'm just little not happy about them because it is definitely an adaptation. If you're trying to make an adaptation, at least don't make screen to screen like adaptation. So let's see. So all in all, this was one of the most emotional episode for me. Do let me know if you also think about the same or not, and do let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. And if you are still watching, I really thank you. And please subscribe to my channel to support me, and I'll be meeting you in the next video.